Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And here it is, a framed card. And we're going to do the inside in the envelope. Join me in the craft room and I'll show you how. Last week for my One Color Wonder, I chose Dandelion Wishes, and I'm going to use that image, and Merlot. And I'm going to do some sponging, so I have my sponge. I have 3 pieces of Whisper White. They're all 4 by 5 1/4. My card base is Merlot, and it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I have my envelope. I am going to use this rectangle stitched framelits only because it'll be a fast way to get the rectangle in it. You don't have to have these. You can easily cut a rectangle with the with a cutter, your trimmer. I've chosen, I think it's like the 3rd largest one. What I did was I put it on my card and I just kind of said, okay, that's the size I want. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one paper and I'm going to sponge Merlot on the background. And I'm starting off and going into the center. Okay. And I'm just going to sponge the whole thing, and it doesn't matter if it's light areas, dark areas, or some areas are missed, because most of it is going to be covered up like so. All right, now I'm going to take my stitched rectangle framelit and my piece of paper, or my cardstock, and I'm going to cut out my frame. Okay, I have my frame. I'm going to pop this up, and you can use dimensionals all around, but what will happen is in the mail it will get crushed. So I'm going to use some fun foam, the same, a little bit smaller, and my frame to cut it out. Okay, I just wanted to show you that this is smaller. I cut it at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 so that it's smaller. It'll give the support, but it won't get crushed in the mail. So using the same framelit, I'm going to center it and cut it out. Okay, what I want to do is I want to get an idea of where I'm going to stamp this. And I want it stamped right about there. So what I'm going to take and do is I'll leave that sit there because I want to get my frame put together so that it can set. So I'm going to add glue to my frame. Oh, but I went off a little. All right. So I'm gonna get rid of that so it doesn't get on everything. And then I'm gonna flip this over and I'm going to make sure it's inside my frame, and I just put it on the wrong side. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna try this. I'll use my, if it works, my eraser and take off the pieces on the front. All right, so there's that. And I'm going to take a block and put it on top of there so it can dry. And hopefully I'll be able to get that glue off. We'll find out. All right, so I have an idea of where this is going to go. So I'm going to stamp it. I'm going to stamp it right about there. Then what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to take the little bunch of, I don't know what you call them, seeds, I guess. And I'm going to stamp it like they're blowing. And if you don't want to put the seeds blowing, you can easily stamp the sentiment. But I thought it would be fun to have the dandelion seeds going everywhere. All right. Now, the fun begins. Because I have to put this on my card. Well, that did not work. Okay. What I'm going to take and do is I'm going to take this off. And I'll cut a new white piece. And I'll make sure I put it on the right side this time. All right. Everything is sticking. Let me clean this up. And then we can continue. All right. I'm going to flip this over to the wrong side now. Make sure this is dry. That would be the last thing I need since I've cleaned it all up. You know, those things happen. All right, I've still got glue there. I think that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this attached. It has kind of gotten misshapen a little, but you can usually stick it back down within the frame. Oh, I got this corner. It's off. So I'm going to pull it out a little. I still got a little bit there. You know what? I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut it. I just have to be careful not to cut the cardstock. Don't you just love it when I make the mistakes to know, so you know what not to do? Got it. All right. Now, here's my white piece that I'm attaching this to. Let's try this again. It probably would have been fine if I hadn't tried to pull it off. It's very sticky. All right, and then this lines up perfectly with the other piece, so make sure you get it on there right. Okay, there. And I'm going to take and put my block back on there. I kind of wanted a frame idea, so that's the reason why I did it that way. All right, we'll have to wait a few minutes. I'm going to clean this up because it's sticky again. All right, now that I've let that sit and dry some, let's add this to our card base. And then I'll have to add some dimensionals. You know I mean some rhinestones. You know I will. All right. And then this just goes on there centered, like so. And there's my rhinestones. My rhinestones are never far away. There's one, two, and I'm going to use a medium one because this one's a little bit smaller. 3. There you got it. And I did the inside in the envelope. And the inside I used a 2nd generation stamping so that you can write over top of it. Let's see what we're going to do next week. Okay. I thought I had one, but it didn't feel like it. Okay. Itty bitty greetings. Ooh. Okay. That could be fun. In Smoky Slate. All right. So, if you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel using the button below. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Join me in Facebook group this week on Thursday evenings, tomorrow evening. I have 3 cards using one stamp set and different layouts. We have a lot of fun in there. If you don't have an online demonstrator, I'd love to be your person. Send me an email and I'll see if I can help you out. I hope you'll join me next week when I do Itty Bitty Greetings with Smoky Slate. Have a great day.